What do you do when you have checked all the prescribed boxes for how to train your body optimally for strength and conditioning, but your muscles still feel tight and sore every day? Deepa is a young Bharatanatyam dancer, and her weekly routine involves the following: a strength program with progressive loading, Bharatanatyam practice, and stretching with yoga. When Deepa came to me, her main complaints were heel pain, especially upon waking up and also while dancing, soreness and tightness in her thighs that would radiate to just above her knees after intense rehearsal sessions. Deepa also complained of tightness in her upper back, shoulders, neck, and an occasional shooting pain in her lower back. Her assessment in the Aramandi posture was satisfactory, but for Deepa to push herself harder in her dancing, she definitely needed to put in more effort into gaining strength. She could not back off from her strength training, and she did not wish to back off from her Bharatanatyam practice either. And hence, she faced a conundrum. Working harder would only make her muscles more tight and sore. The yoga stretches she did helped her, but were not sufficient. Being constantly sore and tight in her muscles also meant that it impeded her performance. A tool that is very useful for dancers is mobilization of the fascia with foam rolling or ball rolling. Fascia is the connective tissue surrounding the muscles. Even though the body has approximately over 650 muscles, tightness in the fascia in one area of the body can affect muscle function in another area. When the fascia get tight, it impedes muscles from stretching fully, and hence Deepa was not able to rid herself of her pain and soreness. Deepa needed to include releases for her fascia in her daily routines. Here are some lower body fascial releases that I recommend for Deepa and for every Bharatanatyam dancer that maintains an active training regimen. Required materials for fascia release: foam roller. As you can see here, there are different types of foam rollers, but the basic one that you can get from the sports store near you will be adequate. Lacrosse balls. Sports stores carry lacrosse balls which have the right texture to roll on your skin. Tennis balls also work, but they are slightly more abrasive on the skin. Yoga block or any hard-bound thick book that can be used in lieu of the yoga block. Feet. Cross fiber roll. Let's start at the feet. Place the ball under the pad of your foot. Keeping your heel on the ground, apply as much of your body weight onto the ball and roll the ball from under your big toe slowly to under the pinky toe. Repeat by crisscrossing back and forth for 30 seconds to a minute. Now do the same for the other foot. Feet. Longitudinal roll. Place the ball just in front of the heel. Starting on the edge of the big toe, roll the ball along the length and line of the foot from the heel to the big toe and back. Roll the ball slowly and place as much weight of your body on the ball as you can by pushing it down. Next, roll the ball from the heel to the second toe line and back. In this manner, roll the ball back and forth to each of the toes until you reach the pinky toe line. Repeat this in the backward direction from the pinky toe line back to the big toe line. Repeat this process for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Follow with releasing the other foot in the same manner. Calf release. Place the ball on the yoga block. Now place your calf muscle on the ball. You can use the other leg to provide additional pressure in this way. Roll the ball from side to side, starting at below the knee, and work your way slowly until you reach just above your ankle bone. Repeat for 30 seconds to a minute and switch to the other leg. Shin release. For shin or ankle soreness in the front part of your foot, you can roll the shin muscle from below the knee all the way to the ankle as you see in this video. Cradle the foot in the opposite arm and apply pressure with the elbow while you're rolling the ball along the shin. Do this movement for 30 seconds to 1 minute on each leg. Quadriceps release. Foam rolling. To release the thigh muscles or quadriceps, we shall use the foam roller. Lie down in such a way that you are supporting yourself on your forearm with your core supported and with your quadriceps over the foam roller. Starting at the top end of the quadriceps, roll yourself by moving forward with your elbows till the foam roller reaches just above the knees. Now work your way backwards. You can adjust your body a little to each side that you can roll all parts of the thigh muscle. Never roll over any bone such as your knees. Do this movement for 30 seconds to a minute on each leg. Be sure to not let the lower back sag as you roll in this movement. For a more intense release in one spot where you feel a lot of tightness, you can place the ball over a yoga block and lie down so your thigh rests just over the ball setup. Place the ball in the spot where you feel the tightness. Take a deep breath in and hold the breath. Contract the thigh muscles, pushing into the ball as hard as you can and count to 10 seconds. Breathe out and release, sinking into the ball, releasing all the tension and tightness. Repeat this 2 to 3 times in and around the tight spot. Do not perform spot release if you have any swelling or in areas such as under the knee. If you have localized soreness, then work around the soreness and not directly on top of it. You can also pin the ball in one location and flex and extend your knee. To determine when to release your muscles in this way using rolling, you need to understand the difference between good pain, soreness that is a natural consequence of working out or dance, and bad pain, inflammation from injury. Never use rolling for areas that may be inflamed. Rolling is great to release tightness and soreness. Piriformis. Place the foam roller on the ground and sit on it. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh like you see here. Slightly turn yourself to the right side. Now you will begin rolling the piriformis, a very important muscle that controls your hip movement. Move the foam roller back and forth to release this muscle. You can also roll the adjacent glute muscles by adjusting your body slightly. Repeat this for 30 seconds to 1 minute on each side. IT band. Lie down sideways on the foam roller placed underneath the outer side of your thigh right under your IT band. You can place the top leg folded as you see in the video to support you. Roll all the way from close to the hip up to the area above the knee. This area tends to get very tight in most dancers. Work backwards and forwards for 30 seconds to a minute and switch legs. Hamstrings. To roll the hamstring, you can try foam rolling it one leg at a time, and this technique works for me for a quick fix. For a deeper release, use the ball as you sit on a hard surface like a box or table and place it underneath your hamstring. You can roll it across the hamstring along small sections wherever you feel an impingement as you see in this video. You can also pin the ball in one location and flex and extend your knee. Adductor. You can roll the adductor muscle along the inner thigh. A good way to release it is to place the leg as you see here with the inner side of the thigh close to the knee over the foam roller. Extend and flex the knee while you pin the muscle over the foam roller. Repeat this 8 to 10 times. Practice foam rolling at least 3 times a week before you work out or dance to release any tightness in your fascia and prepare your muscles for activity. Stretching and foam rolling just before you go to bed is a good option if you're training extremely hard. Releasing your fascia is a wonderful tool to increase muscle performance, and it should become a part of your weekly routine. Rolling takes very little time, but the effects are wonderful and sustain you through your training. Continue foam and ball rolling for the upper body as illustrated in the next video.